team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Ducks will boot it away to start the game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So BYU's offense takes the field for the first time today. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make him a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was two big things. I think, one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened the last time.
BYU will bring the punt team on the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Looks it in at the 40. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. So Oregon's offense will go to work for the first time today. Looking for a gap. It's Hill. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The run from the shotgun. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Wilson will throw. He uncorks one deep. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield. The Ducks will call on their punt team. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Quarterback on the keeper. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on 1st down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Patterson. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Oh, he's got some space. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Cougars will line it up on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Rides the back on the option to give. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The play action fake. Throws to the tight end. Finds space on the right. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it, and that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. The Cougars, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. Long drive here. Play number 12 coming up for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. No good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is.
And, man, this one getting off to a slow start, trying to get some points on the board, and the dreaded doink. And listen, points at a premium right now because nobody scored. But, man, that was inches away from being really good. We're still tied 0-0.
And the Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Takes the handoff. It's Green. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy. And he's able to get the tackle for loss.
Wilson to pass. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Hold on.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. The Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Oh, did you like that stiff arm? Get a face full of that as he gets it up to the 34. The Ducks in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wilson will throw. Quickly to the tight end. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they marked him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. To the air on first down. Oh, they're after him! And he got smacked just...
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Wants to throw again. Makes the catch. It's Perry. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Trying to do it on the ground. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? BYU has it back. The Cougars ready into that playbook. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. Coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. They'll give it to the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard games just because of the body blow effect.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Got him downfield. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are, sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cougars can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Looking for a man, it's Patterson. Snagged out of the air. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. This BYU offense set up with another 1st down. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they'll knock him down for a 5-yard loss. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Caught behind the line. It's Reynolds. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And they've got him down after the short. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Oh, and he missed it. No good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. The sure hands, it's Moore. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. 1st down, 10 yards to go. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Wilson to pass. Gets rid of it. Pulls it in. It's Hamilton. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line gets set, 1st down. He'll set up to throw. Fires to the big fella. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much.
Turning it on! And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
I mean, these these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those good old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
Got the first down and more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Leaves it with the back. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Wilson will throw. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
And the Cougars with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Grab near the marker. It's Nakua. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Looking left. Makes the grab. It's Hagan. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Wants to throw. It's Patterson. Pocket breaking down. And he's just run out of bounds, maybe living to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Great job of execution in the passing game. QB and his target on the exact same page. The extra point now is going to tie this thing up. And they've got some real momentum here heading in at halftime.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene. And talk about a good, competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these 2 programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good, competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. And with that, Let's send it back to the guys in Autzen Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. BYU will try to boot it deep to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Stopped at the 44 after a 5-yard gain. And the Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Wilson to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Ducks have pushed it inside the 20. Going to the run, it's Hill. Breaks it, headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, every game in the SEC so vital to a team's season, and this one is no different. LSU had a dominant win, the kind the folks in Baton Rouge were used to in 2019 when Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and Justin Jefferson led the Tigers to a national title. Talk about a special team. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
How about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. The Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. Off play action. Looking to the big tight end. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Well, the ball hasn't hit the ground very often for this guy in this game, right? He's even still, after that incompletion, over 80% throwing, which is key. Because last game he was under 50% on his throws. He went back to work, worked on his fundamentals, and that's really showing up here.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
You know, sometimes the hardest completions for quarterbacks are the ones where guys are wide open. You don't have to throw it any faster trying to get it to him quickly because you know he's so wide open like on that last play. Just take your steps, throw in rhythm, and just throw a catchable ball.
Looking for a man. It's Patterson. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. How in the world did the offense retain possession? BYU will bring the punt team on the field. He made the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense.
There he goes. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. He's up to 94 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. And the Ducks, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Time to take a shot. He's got it inside the 15. They get him down on the play, and this big-arm sophomore is not afraid to show off the gun.
Well, the offense is humming now, and you're seeing they can generate explosive plays in a variety of ways. They had the big run on the previous play. That time they're able to take a shot. Everything they're dialing up right now is working beautifully.
They've got him wobbling after that big play now to pay it off on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. They're going to run it to the right. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. So now on comes the field goal unit. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now. His last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
That play just got wrecked. 3rd and 1, and they went backwards. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. To the ground with the back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Really nice 1st down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
Out of the gun, the inside give. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be...
A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, the offense is trying to go downfield and be aggressive. I think that receiver has got to do a better job fighting for the football. He just didn't really put in a great effort, and that's what helped the defender swat it away.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. On the ground, it's Green.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through three quarters for these two guys. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Wilson will throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Got the first down and more. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10. It's first down from their own 23-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
And man, the tight end just hasn't been a factor all game. No catches. Finally find an opportunity to try to get him open, throw him the football, and the connection still doesn't work. Something about this quarterback-tight end connection today just hasn't been on the same page.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they...
Oh, he's got some space. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
He breaks a tackle. Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. And the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
The Ducks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Throws for the tight end. Trying to pull his way in. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
The give. Touchdown, Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. To the air, it's Patterson. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Here's the handoff. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. They'll try the run. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's recap that Pac-12 matchup that just went final moments ago. Colorado steamrolled its way to victory today. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Boulder a ton of confidence. Just another week in the Pac-12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday as we send things back to you guys.
And Kevin Connors keeping it, turning it on. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Cougars in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's Patterson. Catch in the middle, it's Hagan. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw, loads to the wideout. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Bonner, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but